It's Dog Soldiers. So Dog Soldiers, again, kind of a beloved movie here. And again, I think it sort of appeals to those same things as 28 Days Later, but there's something tangible about it. There's something simple about the story. It's a bunch of soldiers who are on a training exercise who get tasked with finding some other, soldiers in the woods or something like that. And like they end up in a house, fighting for their lives with werewolves trying to get in the doors, and Neil Marshall was trying to get this film made for 6 years, and originally it was just like, so you just called it soldiers versus werewolves. And I love like simple concepts like that. And like there is all those things like, the Asylum make all those movies now, like Mega Shark versus whatever. But what he did with this was he made characters you cared about, characters you could connect with straight away. Like you just, you don't even need that much. Like they're all different enough. And even one of the characters is called Bruce Campbell. So, he dies first though. But it's Sean Pertwee is incredible in it. The cast are brilliant. It was low budget movie. I think what was the budget on £2.3 million. It only got released in Brussels and the UK in the cinema, and then the rest was video. And ever since 2002, they've been trying to make a sequel. And the closest they got was, I think, what was it? They did like a promo in 2011 or something like that for like an online web series. But it's one of these kind of like concepts that they've been trying to make again, and they haven't. And I'm sort of glad they haven't, because it kind of sits perfectly. It's of its time. It's like The Thing in that it's all practical. And I love, but what I mean by the practical is like it just has that tangibility to it, and it has that kind of like ruggedness to it. And again, it's sort of unrelenting, and you care about the characters. So when things are going down and people are getting off, you really care about them. But it is one of those films that can truly sit down, and if I come across it, it's on. No matter what, it's one of those films that'll be put on. But no, I love it. It's great.
That's so interesting. You're giving me a list to watch, like,
oh really?
This week and next week. These are the two you've mentioned. I've seen once each when they came out. I like them both, but I honestly haven't thought about them in a while. So
see, the way I'm approaching
I'm definitely checking out Dog Soldiers like this month. 100%.
I think it's quite important as well. Like I know this is the very first episode, but like a lot of this stuff, like even if it's stuff that doesn't necessarily make the Mount Rushmore, it's quite important that we get to kind of say our piece and say the things we're passionate about and give these things their dues, like, that kind of way. So like I really like that you're picking stuff that's like completely left field instead of going for the stereotypical 6 to 8 movies I think you're going to pick. I've also only seen it once, and I worked in HMV over the years for over 10 years, and every year at Halloween, no matter what price that movie was, it would just automatically go into like the top 10 bestsellers.
Really?
And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, even if it was €4 or 20 quid, people just bought it every year. Wow. And I don't know whether it was just people were like, what good horror movies? Oh, have you seen Dog Soldiers? And they just go and get it and go from there. So it's still having an impact on people, which is great. So,
he went on to make The Descent. I don't know if you've seen The Descent. It's about
a
group.
That's a scary movie, man.
that's a better, I suppose, horror movie. He's all his learnings from the first movie went into that, and again, the characters are brilliant and you care about them all, and the tension is even better. But there's just something, the charm, nearly like that kind of way of like, The Thing is a little bit polished, but it still has that charm, that Kurt Russell charm.
Yeah.
And I think that's it,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And The Descent, you're giving me such a list. I'm going to go to you for film.
Okay. Well, that's all we watch here,
Right, next episode we'll do a Mount Rushmore of movies that Paul recommends.
Yeah.